Hello everybody, my name is Sheikh Mohammed Safan. Our project name is Home Ideator. The logo of the project is given here on the screen. The project is by Muhammad Alfan, Ritesh Kanchan, Muhammad Ayaz and Sheikh Mohammed Safan. So today I'll be explaining about the circuit diagram of our project. The circuit is designed using FreeSync software. The circuit can be divided into two parts, that is AC and DC. The AC circuit consists of switches S1, S2 and S3, bulb B1 and B2 and a power socket. The switches S1 controls the supply to the power socket. The switch S2 controls the supply to the bulb B1. The switch S3 controls the supply to the bulb B2 respectively. So now coming to the DC circuit, it consists of two relay modules. Each relay module has consists of four relays, as you can see, K1, K2, K3 and K4. A voltage sensor is provided in the circuit. Three current sensors are provided in the circuit, which are here. Three current sensors. Arduino Uno, which is used for switching of the relays. ESP2866, which has a built-in Wi-Fi module, and a buck converter is used in DC circuit. So, connections and working of the circuit. Since all the DC components in the circuit need a 5-volt supply, a buck converter supplied by an external source is used. So here, as you can see, there is a buck converter. It is supplied by an external source. A buck converter is a DC to DC step-down converter, which steps down voltage from its input to its output. So voltage is stepped down from its input to its output. As you can see, the output of the buck converter, that is 5 volt, uh, 5 volt is connected to all the DC components input in the circuit. So as you can see the circuit tracing now. So the output of the buck converter is connected to all the DC components input in the circuit. So this is the circuit tracing. The ground terminal is also connected to all the other DC components. So this is the ground terminal is also connected to all the other DC components in the circuit. You can clearly see it using the circuit tracing. The Arduino is programmed such that the pins D1, D2 and D3, the pins D1, D2 and D3 acts as input pins to the relays 1, 2, 3, to the relays 1, 2 and 3 of current and voltage relay modules. So for a better understanding in this explanation, I'm going to call this relay as voltage relay. This relay as current relay module and this relay as voltage relay module. So continuing with the explanation, the Arduino is connected to the relays such that simultaneous switching of relays in both current and voltage relay modules is possible. So as you can see, if I click on the pin D1, it is connected to both the relays, that is current relay and voltage relay. Similarly, D2 is connected to both the relays and also D3 is connected to both the relays. So this is basically done so that simultaneous switching of relays in both current and voltage relay modules is possible. So now coming to the working, let us consider an example. The Arduino sends a signal to relay 1 of current and voltage relays through its input signal D1. So we are going to take this pin. So the Arduino Uno sends signal to the relay 1 of both current and voltage relay modules. Now the relay 1 of the current and voltage module is on and the other two relays, so 1 and 1 is on and the other two relays K2 and K3 of both the relay modules is off. Current sensor and voltage sensor connected to the socket is now active. So this is the socket. The current sensor connected to the socket and the voltage sensor connected to the socket are now active. As you can see, the current sensor sends the signal, sends the instantaneous value of current to the ESP2866 through the pin A0 of ESP2866. So the pin A0 is marked by blue wire, and you can see the circuit tracing over here. So the current sensor sends the value of instantaneous current to ESP2866 through the pin A0 of ESP2866. Similarly, the voltage sensor sends the instantaneous value of voltage to the ESP2866 through the pin A1 of the ESP2866. So here is the pin A1, and the voltage sensor senses the instantaneous voltage value and sends the signal to the ESP2866 through pin A1. SDA and SLC of ESP2866 is connected to the SDA and SLC of Arduino Uno, acts as a communication channel between the two. So here is the SDA and SLC connection of the Arduino Uno and ESP2866. This helps ESP2866 to know which device or equipment the present data, that is current or voltage, belongs to. ESP2866, which has now collected the instantaneous value of current and voltage, has an inbuilt Wi-Fi module. So the ESP2866 has an inbuilt Wi-Fi module. While programming the ESP2866, we mention which Wi-Fi device should be paired with the ESP2866, and we set a password for it. The destination of the data to be stored is also programmed in the ESP2866. In case of our circuit, we have programmed the ESP2866 to send the data to the Firebase, and the data can be viewed from the by the user for evaluation. In case of our circuit, we have programmed the ESP2866 to send the data to the database in the Firebase. The data can be viewed by the user for evaluation. So this was the circuit explanation.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ritesh Kanchan. As Safan said, explained about everything about devices, and he explained about everything, how it will send the data to the Firebase, and how the Firebase will collect and receive the data. So I will continue with the software part. The hardware part was covered by the Safan. So I just go with the software part, and this is the Firebase where the data of the devices will come, and the database, and you can check the database. We mentioned all the stuff related to the home iData project, and there is like we are using really 3 devices, so there is like a 3 databases created. These are the parent database, and inside this there is like a child. These are the child base. The child base consists of the we added nearly current, power and voltage, this which is received from the devices, and also we added like pictures and websites. These are the for the coming out data, means we are just reviewing the system. So I will explain about detail about this kind of everything about the pictures and websites. So and for both the device 2 and device 3 are same. So these are stored in the Firebase. So and the Firebase data is given to the directly shown in the application. So this is my applications. This is an exact home ideator app. So I just we just coded and everything. We did a simple application. We didn't given a huge importance on the user interface. So this is just an application. Let me run and show you. And this is the login page. Once I click on the sign in, it auto login will be taken place, because I already did the login many times. So this is the shopping for the users who are not using the devices. Okay, not using the home iData devices, they can go for the shop and they can check how much consumption will be taking place for each devices, and they're gonna choose, and they're directed to the respective website. And this is for the power tracker. This is not a power tracker icon. This power tracker icon is for the people who are using actually using our devices, actually using our home iData devices. It gonna in this power tracker icons there is like information about every devices they are using, and also their details. And these are the devices we are currently using in our project. We are using nearly bulb 1 and bulb 2, and also the plug-in. Okay, in a like you can see plug point, we had used one plug point for the taking the data from the other devices also. So we just created let us go to the bulb one. I'm going to show you the details, and this is the loading which is taking place. Here you can see there is like a replacement, and this there is a power rating. It's gonna change when the data will start to run. It's gonna change the change, and it's gonna show the current values. So I made one of the dummy program to work this kind of problem, because we are not currently using any hardware. So I just wrote a simple dummy code. This dummy code will help me to act like a device. So I just run this program. Once I run this program, it's gonna generate the voltage, current, and power values. So this voltage, current, power values you can observe. Just wait a minute. Okay, here you can see the first value 205 and 1000. 205 and 1000. 200 is the voltage, 5 is the current, and 1000 is an voltage. 1000 is a power. This is comes from the device. Now currently we just made as a dummy, but actually it's come from the device. This is sent through to the Firebase by using the internet, and this data which is sent will be stored in the Firebase. You can see here when I started to run the program, you can see that there is kind of blinking was taken place in the current, power, and voltage. So here there is like, look, there is like there is also the value changes will be taken place. This value changes due to I turned on the under that program. When I turned on that program, it will generate and it will send to the database. Once it's sent to the database, just wait a minute, because it is like the loading, the data will start to take after 2 minutes. I just set for the timer for the safety purposes. And this is you can see Cisco LED image. This Cisco LED image is the current device which is using in the project, in our project. So its power rating is 219. Of course